If you enjoy the video and my content, please consider supporting my channel over on Patreon at patreon.com/kaatydidart. Thanks so much! Wahaha! Welcome back to Inktober 2018. Today I am painting day number 19, and I'm using my prompt list as I have for the past 19 days. And today we're going to be painting with the theme of wild. And my thought process for this was to pretty much paint a wild person with having fun with their facial expression, and because I don't really do too much with facial expressions, and it's definitely something I should work on more. Another thing with this piece is I wanted it to be as messy as possible, because since the theme is wild, I wanted to go wild with my brush strokes and just make it a generally messy piece in general, and that is true for my line art as well. Whenever I get to the line art stage of that, I just wanted it to be super messy, and overall I really like this one. There's a lot of things I think I would change with this piece for sure, but we'll get to those as, you know, the painting progresses. So I tried to make this video as long as possible without making it real time. Apparently it didn't take me that long to paint this piece, but I could only stretch it as far as about 8-ish minutes. This, however, is the first piece that I'm painting where I had my heat gun, so that's probably why it didn't take me near as long to paint this, because I could just go wah with my heat gun and get it dry and then work on something else, which is really nice. It's definitely been nice having that heat gun, honestly. Yeah, it saves me a lot of time, and I don't even understand why I haven't had one before now, but it's literally always on hand, and whenever I'm painting anything, I just whip that sucker out and I'm just like, wah, with it. So anyway, that was such a weird tangent, I'm sorry. If you're interested in this lovely wild lady or any of my other Inktober designs that you might have seen in my previous videos, and you want them in a nifty art book that I'm going to be making titled Into the Swamp, or you're interested in some of my new acrylic pins that I'm going to be making, I've got some really cool ones. I've got a witch, a ghost, a vampire. I also have a mermaid and a tentacle heart. So if you want to check any of those out and pre-order them to get some pre-order bonuses and discounts, then head on over to my store. There will be a link on the screen. So basically, once they're sold out forever, and I'm not making any more. So if you don't get them now, don't regret it and not get them. I don't know what I'm saying, but pretty much don't regret it. Get them if you want them. Pre-orders end October 30th, and then yeah, of course they'll still be sold on my store, but you won't be getting a discount, and that's not cool, right? So with this as well, oh hey, you briefly saw my heat gun. But with this, I really didn't care about making the shading too blended. I really just wanted it to be very blocky and, like I said, messy. And you can even see I'm taking my finger to blot in some of the mud to get it a little bit more of a muddy texture. And she's definitely covered in a lot of mud, and she'll have some blood on her later. But I don't know, I love a lot of this. I like her expression, I like her pose, I really like the messy look, but again, there are some flaws, and I think one of the flaws starts out with me not lining this piece first. Don't know what that's about. Apparently I'm losing my touch. But another thing eventually you'll see that I don't really care too much about is her hair. Whenever I painted her hair in, I painted it really bushy, and I guess if she's wild, she's not gonna have a hairbrush, so her hair will eventually get very bushy, because it'll be really tangled. But I don't know, it just feels like she has like a weird, strange wig on, and I don't know, that's probably the biggest meh for me in this piece. I wish it had been more toward like what the sketch looked like, but whenever I paint in the sky, I pretty much fudge up where my hair was supposed to go, and so I kind of kicked myself in the foot for that one. So, but that's okay. I still really like this piece, and I like all the messiness, and if you haven't been able to tell yet, being messy, being loose is pretty much what I'm doing this year. I'm kind of loosening up. I'm trying to do things a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and honestly, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm not really aiming for perfect pieces every day, because that's not what Inktober is about. It's about having fun and improving your art muscle, I guess, like working it and, you know, using it every day. And that's something I don't really do. I don't draw every single day. Like, of course, art is my full-time career, so I do something art-related every day, but I'm not necessarily drawing every single day, which is something I should do, and this is definitely helping me do that more because I've been doing these every day for the past, I don't know, almost month now, and I've actually been doing 1 or 2 a day, so yeah, it's been a learning experience. But yeah, here's that weird hair thing, and her neck looked really weird, so I ended up painting hair in front of it, and I don't know, it's just the more I painted it, the worse it got. It's still not terrible because it can be explained, but I don't know, it's definitely not my favorite part about this piece. Literally everything else is my favorite part about this piece aside from the hair. If I could go back and redo it, that's what I would have redone. But another thing I really like is the mud and the blood, it rhymes, on her body. I think it looks really nice and fluid, and it looks like it doesn't look uniform is what I'm trying to say. And I tried to add some scars, but I added them in black, which wasn't really a good idea. So anyway, you can tell I'm going in with this line art and I'm being very hatchy with it, but I'm also being very angular, and I'm not trying to make smooth lines. I'm just trying to go in and be super wild with it and try to get the brush to make broken lines so they can feel a little bit more scratchy. And I will admit, I wish I had went in with a thinner pen, but overall I do still really like the look of the scratchiness. So if I could go back and redo the line art, I would have picked a thinner pen, but I wouldn't have changed the scratchy lines. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But yeah, this piece was simple, it was fun, and it's right back at the swamp, which you may be wondering why all of these pieces aren't necessarily swamp related. They are, but it's like a mix of magic and swamp, and it's like my world of a swamp and these characters that live in it. So it's not necessarily what you would see on TV or whatever, it's just my version of a swamp, I guess. And I really like all of these characters, and I've had a lot of fun drawing all of these wild women. It's definitely been fun, and I hope to do more like this for my channel and just have fun, because I feel like I'm always drawing for the crowd and not for myself, and this year's Inktober has definitely been drawing for myself, and it's been nice and fun, and I've just been loving it. So, if you're participating in Inktober still, don't forget to use the hashtag squidoodlingwithkatie to share it with me on Twitter or Instagram. But if you tag me on Twitter, make sure to actually tag me as well, because I can't track the tag like I can on Instagram. Also, we're going to be taking a look at the final piece in just a minute, but I want to thank you all so incredibly much for watching day number 19. Hope you stick around for tomorrow, which is day number 20. And yeah, if you aren't already and you want to be a part of our cute squid pod, there is a subscribe button down below, as well as a notification bell button that if you click that, you get notified on when I upload new videos. Right now, those are daily, so you always want to keep updated with that. Also, I do have social media links in the description below to where if you want to check out my progress on Inktober, I will be posting I'll be posting images daily over there, so if you want to follow me over there, links are in the description. And until next time, my adorable squidlings, well, until tomorrow anyway, toodaloo!